Police just released the name of a man killed by an officer last night. Officer Ryan Green shot 19-year-old Aaron Hunter after the officer says Hunter reached for a gun twice. 9 on your side's Tammy Vo spoke to neighbors who saw it go down. She's live on the east side with Crime Watch.
Guy, last night this east side neighborhood was just turned upside down. It was just down the street behind me here near Pantano and Golf Links, where police tell me that 2 officers got into some sort of altercation with a 19-year-old man. And tonight we are learning more about what may have gone down and why police say that their officer was forced to shoot. On his bike, Jose had to come find out what happened on Mark Drive after he saw a flock of officers rushing to the scene.
Something bad happened, you know. It's like, I was seeing there was like 8 cop cars, and they just stopped this traffic right here and got from Pantano. And then something happened. So meaning like people at the Quick Mart say something bad's going to happen around here.
Dean Young peeked out his front door and saw all the commotion.
Well, I went in and told my wife and daughter we're surrounded by cops.
Just down the street, Carson Middle School. Not what this usually quiet East Side neighborhood expected. Police initially showed up after neighbors complained that something seemed fishy about a guy in the area. Police found him and say that he was fidgeting with his hands around his waist. Eventually, they tell us the man pushed an officer to the ground and took off.
You can't get away. I mean, when you're surrounded by the police, they're going to catch you one way or another sooner or later. And that's fine, but people are funny. Like, you just don't know what they're going to do when they're back up in the corner.
Another officer chased after him and said the man pulled out a gun, forcing the officer to shoot. The man died at the hospital.
Well, I think you have to let the police know you have that weapon and you have no intention of using it. You know, I mean, they can't read your mind. When you talk to anybody that's been overseas, they'll tell you the same thing. You don't know what the enemy's going to do.
Police gave us some more details late this afternoon on exactly what went down on the street yesterday. They tell us that Hunter, the 19-year-old, dropped his gun and tried to reach for it 2 times. That is when they say that Officer Green was forced to shoot. They also tell us that Hunter was just released from prison last year on endangerment and weapons charges. Reporting live from the east side, Tammy Vo, KGUN-9 on your side.
Tammy, any idea as to whether the officers knew they were chasing an ex-con?
You know, that's interesting, Guy, because when they met this gentleman in the alleyway, they were actually walking him back to his home to supposedly get his identification. During that time, they radioed in back to dispatch. That's when police say that the dispatcher indicated, hey, this guy's got a history. He was just released from prison last November on weapons charges. That's when they say that they patted him down, and that's when this whole altercation took place.
Very interesting, Tammy. Thank you.